Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. So I want to do a shout out to black men because there's a new black man in town and he's standing on business. Now, we've been talking about generational wealth in black America and how it gets drained, how black men in particular get shaken down for money when they come into some money by other groups of people. And before we know anything, all the money is gone. But now, there's a new kind of black man on the scene, and I am really liking what I see. As an elder in the Black American community, it just warms my heart to see black men taking a different approach than some in the generations that have come before them. I am a supporter of the Black American family, and that means black men, black women, and black children. So I shout out to the black men who are taking a stand for righteousness in the black American family. Now, some of them are young and they still are in a learning curve, but still, I give them credit for trying. Before I get to Floyd Mayweather, I want to talk about this young man. This is a podcaster or an influencer or a rapper. DDG is who he calls himself. And he is the one that has a child with Halle Bailey. And he is just enamored of this child. I think they say they broke up, but it looks like they're still together. But anyway, the child turned 1 a few days ago, and he gave his son a $600,000 Ferrari for his birthday. Now, I don't necessarily think that that was wise because I looked it up, and this is what they say about the Ferrari, which is considered a supercar. Ferraris and depreciation. If depreciation is an issue, then the short answer is a supercar is not for you. If you have a passion for supercars, and in this instance, Ferrari, then by all means go ahead. In saying that, it is possible that depreciation will not be as big an issue as you might think. On average, Ferraris depreciate in the first 3 years. Well, most cars depreciate when you drive them off the lot. So if the Ferrari has a 3-year lifespan, that's better than most. And maybe in those 3 years before it begins to depreciate, somebody will convince this young man to trade that car in and take that money and invest it in something that will be beneficial to this child long term. Still, he's thinking about his child, and I think that's important. Not that I have anything to do with it, but I'd certainly prefer seeing him buying his son a $600,000 car than giving it to some person from another race who will be going on with the money and won't be looking back at him in a few years. So anyway, I'm not trying to be mean, but like I said, I am a supporter of the Black American family, and black children are at the center of that. So at least he's thinking about his son. So he gets high marks for that. Now, let's get to Floyd Mayweather. Black men in sports, especially boxers, are not necessarily looked upon as being very bright, and many of them have made some terrible decisions relative to money. Now, one person that comes to mind that seems to have made some very good decisions about money is George Foreman. George Foreman probably has a dime from the first fight he ever fought. Some of them made good choices. Most, I don't think, did. But Floyd Mayweather is really extraordinary in the financial choices that he has made. And recently, he made headlines for this. Floyd Mayweather, the former boxer, is expanding his real estate holdings in New York City. He recently acquired a $402 million affordable housing portfolio, which includes over 60 buildings with more than 1,000 units in Manhattan. Now, talk about a wise investment. That sounds like a wise investment. And that's not all. He did something quite shocking for his little grandson for Christmas. And he can tell you better than I can.
That's what Papa bought you for. You bought me this? Yeah. Okay, I got you a gift. Guess what I bought you? Let me put it on you. Guess what I bought you? What? You the first kid that owned a building in the Diamond District in New York City.
Woo!
We bought you a building. Yay! Papa bought you a building. See our matching pajamas?
So he bought his grandson a building in the Diamond District of New York City. Now, see, that building is going to be bringing that child in money for the rest of his life, most likely. The Diamond District in New York City is located on West 47th Street between 5th Avenue and 6th Avenue in Midtown Manhattan. It is famous for its vast collection of jewelry stores, diamond dealers, and workshops. Many of the businesses in the Diamond District are family owned and have been passed down through generations. It's a major hub for diamond trading and jewelry making, attracting buyers, sellers, and tourists from around the world. So, sounds like this is some prime real estate. That's what it sounds like. Whether you're looking for engagement rings, high-end watches like Rolexes, I guess, or custom-made jewelry, the Diamond District is the go-to place in New York City. It's a bustling area filled with the glimmer of gems and the hum of transactions. If you ever visit, be prepared for a unique and dazzling experience. Well, what do you know? He has brought his grandson a building in the Diamond District. Now, that takes a lot of love and it takes a lot of good common sense. Floyd Mayweather is known for being very generous with his daughter, and I don't know if he has other children or not. But I hope this is the beginning of something new for black men with money. Mostly black women with money are married to black men or their partners are black. Once in a while, black women go off the plantation and marry someone from another race. But who does it the most is black men. This says a lot about Floyd Mayweather, and I don't get into his politics of who he wants to be the president or who he identifies with, because what this shows is that he's looking out for his legacy. He's looking out for his children's children. Now, I think it matters when black people criticize wealthy black people. Some it will help, some it will not. But we have to remember that black men have a lot of influence on each other. And if they are doing something like dating outside their race and other black men are gloating over it and making a big deal out of it, then that increases the likelihood that that's what they're going to do. But when black people start pushing back, especially black men, I think it makes a difference. The only reason that I care about any of it is because the survival of the black family depends on what black men and black women do, especially the ones of means. Now, we already know that people have a right to do whatever they want to do with their time, their money, their bodies, and everything else. But when we're talking about the survival of a group of people, it matters what the group does. It matters how the group feels. It matters how the group operates in relation to other groups of people. When you elevate other people above your own people, not only does it diminish you, but it also diminishes your people. So I really applaud Floyd Mayweather. And out of respect, I'm going to ask y'all, please don't come into my comment section asking me what has Floyd Mayweather done for black people. The question is, what have you done for black people? What have you done for yourself? So anyway, y'all, let me know what you think about this. Floyd Mayweather buying his grandson a building in the Diamond District of New York City. Cat Williams just bought Fort McClellan in Alabama, which is reported that he's going to turn into a movie studio. Tyler Perry has his own movie studio. So hopefully we are moving out of the bottom caste. And each one of these men is invested in black children. So to me, that's the way up. And I love it. I love to see it. Okay, let me know what you think about this. Thank you for listening. Give me a thumbs up and have a good evening.